So someone is asking how to get mobile jobs. If you're looking for a job in this age, the first thing is connection. I mean networking. What you need to do is to expand your network, socialize with more people, let them know what you can do. So you have to belong in these tech groups like WhatsApp, Reddit, Twitter, and all those things. Once a while, you drop your qualification, things you can do. That's one. So networking is very important. 'Cause some of the gigs I get, most of them come from like friends recommending me or something. Okay. And then secondly, too, you have to put your work out there. You said you're a developer and we haven't seen you build one application. Nobody knows whether like you can build applications. So just clone one of those projects. Pick any random project and then build it to demonstrate that you know about how to make a API call, to you know about database, you know how to publish application, you have a production application that's working. So if somebody employs you, not now that they will be wondering how much do you know about the Play Store. They'll be wondering how much you know about the Play Store. They don't know if you can build application using local storage or network or nobody knows those things. So just pick a project and then you demonstrate those skills. You post it on LinkedIn, X, all the social media platform. So that's the second strategy. And I think with the advent of the AI, now developers have to think like entrepreneurs. You don't have to be looking for job all the time because one way or the other, this AI is going to displace some people. Like people will lose job one way or the other. Some people will lose job, and employment will reduce. So if you want to focus on just someone employing you all the time, it might not work. So you have to try and identify problems around you and start solving them. So with the AI, it takes less amount of time to build a project now. So you can easily create a project that solves problem in your area. Most of this social media, the payment platform we are using, they started from like boys building those things in their own garage or something, and later you'll be then Elon or Meta will come and buy your project, like Paystack and all those things. They were built in Nigeria here by our local boys, and later it was bought. You have to start identifying problem and then solve them through the skills you have with the availability of the AI to push your work faster. The last one is you should also expand your scope. Don't be fixated that I'm just Android developer or mobile application developer and be fixed on that side. You should learn other stack. You should explore because these days, especially the startups, when they are employing, if you go to LinkedIn and you look at the job post now, one developer, they expect you to know Android, know iOS, know backend, know React Native. They expect a lot from you. It's not like those days that when you are looking for a job, they say native Android developer and you are okay. Nah. Now they are looking for iOS, someone who knows Flutter, someone who knows this. Just one developer. So compare yourself. Personally, I do backend development. I write PHP. I know Laravel. So if they put you and I side by side, you only know Android development. I know how to build API to do the backend database setup, everything. In addition to Android, if they put you and I side to side, who do you think they will pick? Do you get it? So in your CV or during your interview or wherever you need to prove to employer that you can do something at that place, after talking about the Android or mobile application development, you have to also talk about the fact that you know other stack and all. That's value you bring to the company. Okay, so don't be fixated. If you're an Android developer, I think you should start trying iOS development. If you're a native developer, you should start trying Flutter because maybe the company might want a Flutter developer or they already have projects in Flutter. So they are not coming to employ you to come and convert the project from Flutter to native before you start moving forward. Do you get it? So the best thing to do is expand your scope, be versatile. Don't be, I mean, programming is not religion. It's not religion for you to say, I'm Android developer, so I'll not try anything else. I beg, try things. Okay, you don't know when your luck will shine. So right now, it's building the component. These are the steps it is following. And I've also programmed my Claude to use TDD, that's test-driven development. It's going to design the thing, run the test before it builds the project. Yeah, so if you're a student, this is the best time to be trying a whole lot of things. School is the best place to, show your skills, because very soon you'll be finishing school. Those your friends or your mates on campus, they will carry the message away. Or as I'm here, I still have friends from college or high school that when they get job, eh, they still have me in mind. I've forgotten. They still have me in mind, and they call me that, oh, Mauli, there's a job here or something like this. Get the person's number and talk to him. So if you don't make people around you know what you can do, I mean, who advertise, or you have money to run advertisements on Google or maybe TikTok that you are Android developer or mobile developer. But if you tell people, the reason why I was talking about connection is that, or network, is that people love to give tags to people they already know. They like to give tags to people they already know because their trust is there. Because if I have a friend and is recommending another friend, because of the relationship between us, I know he's not going to give me somebody bad. Or even if something happened, I have somebody I can get through to the person. So they love to give tags to people they know. So if your friends or your mates on campus don't know that you can do this, you can do this. If you finish school and they go out to the world, I mean, what do they know about you? So whilst you're in school, be loud, build projects, drop it in your school group and all those things. Mingle with teachers. Sometimes too, these lecturers, they have international relations, and then they have access to like institutions. So try to be nice, close to one or two of the lecturers and be showing them your project. Hey, this is what I'm working on, blah blah blah, and all those things. And then they'll know that, oh, this student is very serious. Sometimes they get projects and they will invite you to be on the team. There's also a job opportunity. You are building your portfolio that you can later share on your social media for people to know. Do you get it? So whilst you're in school, this is the best time to be loud about your skill. This is the time to be loud. Build project, drop it in the school groups. Identify problem from home to school around you, and then make sure you make noise around it so that they know that, hey, this guy is good at Android. For me, I started programming back in school. Like when I realized that school is just learning theory every day, new programming language, every semester, new programming language. And I decided to focus on mobile application. So back then, I was building an application, I was posting it in our WhatsApp group and showing it to friends and all those things. So they know me back in school. So today, if they get the opportunity, they call me. So human connection is very important. That's why the AI is still there, but people don't trust it to handle things for them. So if you want to make connection with the lecturers, first of all, you have to have something to show to them. You said you are in level 400. I don't know if you've started with your final year project. That's also another opportunity because you have a supervisor. There are one or two lecturers that like you feel that kind of vibe or connection with, and you think you can approach them. If you have that kind of vibe, then you can approach those people. Otherwise, look for lecturers that are in your area of interest. Let's say you are doing mobile applications, so Look for a lecturer that teaches the mobile application or lecturer that teaches software development. Then get close to him with a question. So ask a question, or you can go with this AI panic that is happening, and ask him that you are doing engineering. You are hoping that after school you go into software development, mobile applications specifically. So how when this AI has come, tell him you are scared that after school you might not get the job. Yeah, just to engage him. So tell him you are scared. Oh, maybe he'll tell you don't worry. So that's how you break the ice and then start having conversation. So at least have some projects in the mobile development, like what you are good at the moment. Have some projects until you've even built some projects and all that. But you are looking for entry level beginner job opportunities, but you are not getting it. So you are wondering what will happen after school. And then you also ask him how do you suggest, like what do you need to be doing right now so that before you complete you can increase your chances of getting a job. So it's just a normal conversation. You already have fears, so share that fear with the lecturer. It will surprise you. Some are willing to talk. And then for your friends or your mates, that one is easy. You already have school groups like WhatsApp and all those things. And personally, you have friends. So just tell your friends projects you've worked on. And like you can have built some app, you can use it to do this and that. Have that conversation with your friends. And it might surprise you. Sometimes you think like you know everything, but when you talk to other people, they'll punch hole into your application or your app idea, and you'll be surprised that hey, I've not even thought about this yet. I know some will discourage you, but they are giving you different perspective, and they are like actual users. You know, you are building an application for users out there. You don't know how they will use your app, and you don't know how they'll be against your app. It is not every application that people are cool with. Though. Don't forget that this AI, we were the one that engineered it. We the software developers. We brought the problem ourselves, and now it has come and we are now crying. Okay, so it is not everybody that is happy about your software. So when you talk to people, that's when you hear the things and feedback and how you can work against those kind of negative energies. Okay, so try to talk to people, try to show your app to people from your community, your church, your school. Try to solve problem so that they will know you. If they go after completion, you go into the real world, they will connect back. They'll try that, and then your lecturers to connect with them. But most of them, they have connections to institutions, government institutions. When government is building a project, sometimes they consult these lecturers, and the lecturers will put together a team of students to do the project. Maybe it's been happening. It's you that you don't know. So connect with them. If they see that you have potential, you are good, I'm sure one of those projects they will invite you. And I think fresh from school, too, you don't know much. So when you are looking for a job, it's hard. So if you have that rapport with a lecturer, when you are applying for a job, you can use him as your reference. And if he's been called, he can testify to some of the things you told him or show him. But if you don't have that, you are not having experience. You are not having any backing in terms of reference. Then your matter